Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, better known as the Seaman, and I want to welcome you to another edition of the Seaman's Cinema Sit Down. We're playing a little trailer catch up because naturally, every time I get caught up, I get slammed at work and then I fall behind. This one, unlike our last one, which I think came out in the last week, if you want to see my reaction to the Beetlejuice trailer, you can see it right up there. But this one I actually think came out a couple weeks ago. I got very excited when I heard what it was, but I didn't have time to sit down and watch it. And then that afforded me time to acquire something that is perfect to watch it. What are we talking about? Why don't you pull up a chair, take a seat? We are getting ready to take a look at the teaser trailer for Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy. But I don't care about that title because what we're really here for is the trailer that's going to give us Darth Jar Jar. Oh my goodness, dude. Like a couple months ago, Ahmed Best put up a post on Instagram. And I think it was just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. He's in the mocap suit or motion performance suit. And he hashtags Jar Jar Binks and the Sith. And there has been a long-running theory that Jar Jar is actually a Sith master. And in some of those theories, he was actually the Sith master to Palpatine, which would explain why he acts the way he acts. Like, that's his way of hiding in plain sight, so to speak. But in reality, he is a badass Sith Lord. And that's one of those things that when Ahmed Best posted that post, I was like, oh my God, are we going to get Jar Jar in one of these TV shows? Is there any possibility that, like, he shows up in The Acolyte? Like, is he centuries old? Like, all of these things just flying around in my head, or if, like, it was some unknown project that we didn't know about. And then I heard that it was this, and I was like, that's genius. As much as live action Darth Jar Jar would kick so much ass, or even going to a Darth Jar Jar place in a What If style show, which I believe Disney is working on with Star Wars now. I'm also always here for the Star Wars Lego stuff. Like, I love all the Lego things in general, but the Star Wars Lego small things, like the half-hour specials or the mini movies, they're all great. So to have Jar Jar there is tremendous. And then, like I said, I've got something. Hold on. I mean, how could you not wear the Jar Jar Binks hat that just debuted in Disney? No, I was not in Disney. But my good friend Hillary was down there and was in one of the shops, and it had the Jar Jar Binks hat, which just debuted in the last, I think, couple weeks, if anything. Like something that was new that was coming out in and around Galaxy's Edge. And as soon as she showed me this, I was like, how much do I have to Venmo you? I'll even throw in a couple extra bucks. Go get yourself a beer. Thank you so much. This is so me. It's so me. And then I texted my friend Britt like a picture, and she was also just recently down in Disney and also picked up this hat, which I think is hysterical. You all remember Britt. She watched Obi-Wan Kenobi with us. So I love that me and Britt both have Jar Jar Binks hats, and it's one of these where it's like I was dreadfully lacking in the Phantom Menace prequels gear department. I wish I would have had this for May the 4th to go see Phantom Menace in it, but you best believe anytime I'm going to a Star Wars movie now, I'm wearing this Jar Jar hat, and I will definitely be wearing it while we're watching and reacting to Darth Jar Jar in this Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy movie. But we've got a teaser trailer that's going to feature Darth Jar Jar right in front of us. Get it up for you. Wasting no more time now that we are 100% ready to get Darth Jar Jar. Let's take a look at the teaser trailer for Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy.
Space. Time. It's falling apart.
Yes. This fall.
The building blocks of the galaxy are getting mixed up.
Yes, I love this. Use those multiversal storylines perfectly. History. will be.
Will change.
Wait, were those
In ways
rebel
we cannot
symbols on those
possibly imagine.
AT-ATs? Rebuilt. Are the Jedi gonna be bad?
I don't love that.
This is wild. X-wing TIE fighters.
X-wing TIE fighters, that's
Bounty
awesome.
hunters.
Dude, I love this. This is a great lead up to What If. Oh, tell me this is him. Yeah.
Misa going to hurt you.
Darth Jar Jar.
Darth Jar Jar, let's go. I love that the characters said Darth Jar Jar. Like in a questioning way, like, wait, are we getting Darth Jar Jar? Misa gonna hurt you, sir. Like, I just watch this over and over again, man.
Misa going to hurt you, sir.
Darth Jar Jar.
Let's go. Oh, man. So excited that Ahmed Best gets... Like, I think it's really cool what Disney has done for Ahmed Best recently, man. Like, it's one of these things where, you know, guy came in and, like, if you've seen him in interviews, he talks about, like, you know, you come into this world and you're just immersed in it, you know. And the first time he was sitting for a table read, he was like, do I do the voice, do I not do the voice? He did the voice. Everybody loved it. Everybody loved everything you're doing while you're filming. And the movie comes out and people just destroy everything you do, you know. Like, it's terrible to hear how people from the prequel movies, like, we're so turned off by the toxic piece of the Star Wars fandom. And now the one thing I think Disney is doing right is giving some of those actors like Ahmed Best, even Hayden Christensen, other opportunities to get to be in touch with the awesome section of the Star Wars fandom. And we've clearly seen that for Hayden in big ways as he's reprised his role as actual Darth Vader. But, you know, Ahmed Best gets brought back in season 3 of Mando to be the Jedi that saves Grogu during Order 6. You know, that saves Grogu during the Order 66 section. So, like, that in and of itself kind of brought some redemption and some love for Best. And he physically got to be, like, himself on screen to kind of really tap into that part of the fandom that loves Star Wars in a way that is fun and enjoyable. Now, to be in a place where, like, you could be talking about these, like, what-if type stories, and it almost feels like this could kind of be the kickoff lead-in to doing what-if stories. But I love that it's Lego, because I love Lego, and I love the Lego animated stuff. But to give Ahmed Best the opportunity, even as a Lego, to say,
Going to hurt you, sir.
and have someone else say, like, come on, man, like, I'm just so here for it. But that being said, this trailer also gave us some wild things, right? Like, I'm pretty sure the first thing we see are we see the AT-ATs become rebel things, which is interesting. Also, if they were on Hoth, it became Dathomir or one of those, like, magma-y places. So, like, that's interesting. And then, like, the fact that they bring up, like, in the trailer in and of itself, like, oh man, we're gonna get like this whole bit, but this is different. But, like, love that we're gonna get Luke, Obi and friggin' Anakin stuff.
Imagine.
I don't love that.
This is wild.
But, like, this whole bit, like, X-Wing TIE fighters,
Ewok bounty hunters.
Ewok bounty hunters, and then I'm gonna let it play for the 5th time because I love it every time. He's gonna hurt you, sir. Darth Jar Jar. So here for it, and that's the other thing too. I think why the Lego is probably a place that makes so much sense to do something like this. There's always a level of self-awareness in those Lego Star Wars things. So yeah, I mean, how could you not be happy or psyched about this? And that alone, how could you not be happy or psyched that I'm gonna watch this wearing this? Like I just watched that wearing this. I'm in a weird place today, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm having a damn good time, and I'm very excited for Darth Jar Jar. It's one of those things where I've said it before. Prequels are my Star Wars, so I have always loved Jar Jar Binks. I was a kid, like I was 12 years old when this movie came out. I loved Jar Jar Binks. I love that there's some redemption for this character, right? Like bringing it back in a way where I'm getting excited about Jar Jar Binks things that I feel good about wearing my Jar Jar Binks hat. Like, come on, man. This just makes me happy. But y'all know that, so I'm going to shut up. I'm going to flip it over to you. What makes you happy in the Star Wars world? Does Jar Jar make you happy? Does Darth Jar Jar make you even happier? How cool do you think this idea is, and what do you think of the idea of, doing what if stories in the Star Wars universe? Like, it's one of those where what if in general is such a cool concept when you're talking about different fandoms, right? Places where you have tons of established lore and characters. How can you play with it in a different way? What happens if Luke ever lit up a red lightsaber? Like, I think we're going to get to that because I think, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I believe there is a what if style show coming to Star Wars. So to kind of get that almost kicking off here, do you think that's something that's exciting? Do you like any of the changes that we're seeing in this Lego movie? And like I said, at the end of the day, how excited are you for Darth Jar Jar? Like, even if you hated Jar Jar in the prequel movies, and like you rewatch them, I get it. Like, some of the humor is so infantile, but again, made for kids. He's the kid character. But like, even if you hated him, the idea of Darth Jar Jar, is that a theory that you've ever latched onto? Is that something that you kind of were like, you know what, if you wanted to make that character cool, that would be a cool way to go about it? And are you pumped that we're getting it here? Anything you got around Darth Jar Jar, and just in general with what we are getting from Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy? Good, bad, indifferent. Put it down below in the comments section. Look forward to talking to you down there. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new, you want to come hang out with the C-Man anytime. We're talking movies, TV, trailer, reactions. We got some more of those to look at, so you want to be here for that. You want to show a little love and support. Come join C-Maniac Nation. Super easy. Jump over there. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that little bell if you want those alerts. And until next time for the C-Man Cinema Sit Down, I've been the C-Man. I'm signing off. Peace.
Hey, what's up, C-Maniac Nation? Winter Ken here, where we grow out our roots and our beard, letting you know that you can see some new C-Man videos right up here and right down here. And if you want all those videos and show that man a little love and support, come join C-Maniac Nation right over there, and the C-Man will catch you on the next one.